Hi, I'm Katie Sweeney, your Camp Tex Lake Manager for Girl Scouts of Central Texas, and welcome to today's Trefoil TV. Now, I love stargazing and doing all kinds of activities dealing with the stars. So today I thought I'd show you a couple of things that I think are really, really fun to learn about and to do. So the first thing we're going to do is a starcraft. This is actually a constellation projector. We all know sometimes we can't go out and see the stars for whatever reason. Occasionally it's the weather, or maybe it's daytime and you want to see your favorite constellation. So these are all items that you should be able to find somewhere around your house, hopefully. And if not, go ahead and talk to an adult you have at home about maybe getting a couple of these items if you're interested in doing this craft. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to tear your tinfoil like I did right here. Tinfoil is the easiest material to use. This is where we're actually going to put in our constellation. So I'm going to make my own constellation, but you can actually get printable patterns off the internet to do your favorite constellation that you can see in the sky. Next thing we're going to need is a tube, cardboard tube, something super easy. I recommend a paper towel tube over a toilet paper tube. Toilet paper tubes will work, but they're a little bit more flimsy than the paper towel tube. Take a piece of the tin foil and we are going to lay it on top of the cardboard tube. Now, if you have a pattern that you want to do, you can do the pattern either before you lay it on the tube or once you lay it onto the tube for your constellation. However, if you do the pattern before you put it onto the tube, make sure that you mark somewhere on your tinfoil where the tube is going to sit, because if you make your pattern too big and it doesn't cover the open end of the tube, then light's not going to be able to get through that space. So we're going to go ahead and put our foil over the edge of this tube so that it completely covers the end of the tube. Now, I'm able to get my foil nice and tight so that it doesn't really slip off, but if you find that yours is slipping and sliding a little bit, you can use some tape. So you can do a pattern like this star tube. This is Scorpio the Scorpion, or you can make up your own pattern. Now you just need something a little bit pointy. You can use a paper clip. I have the blow-up needle for basketballs and volleyballs, or a sharp pencil. Anything with a little bit of a sharp edge will work. You also want to make sure while you're doing this that you don't make too big of a hole, because the bigger the hole, the more light is going to come out and it could obscure your pattern. So I made a 5-star, my own personal constellation, so that I can make up a story about my constellation as well as learning about constellations that are already in the sky. So let's go take a look and see how well they work. So my imaginary constellation turned out pretty good. I did realize I needed a little bit of a stronger light to use for both my made-up constellation and the Scorpio the Scorpion constellation, but I'm still pretty happy with how it turned out. Now that we've made our homemade constellations, let's talk a little bit about some of the resources that are out there to help you learn about the constellations that you can see in the sky. Probably one of the best resources that I would recommend is an app. There are plenty of really great free stargazing apps out there. The one that I like to use is Skyview. We're going to show you a couple of screenshots that I took on Skyview. The cool thing about this is that you can look at stars, whether it's daylight, whether it's poor weather, or if the night sky is crystal clear. It helps you to learn the different constellations, because we all know when you're looking at the constellations, it always kind of seems to me that it doesn't always match up with what the constellation is trying to show. So I love stargazing apps. Another really amazing resource is NASA. NASA has a really awesome website. In fact, there's a website NASA created just for kids. It's called Space Place. Has all kinds of amazing information about stars, about space, about the Earth. There's crafts on there. It's really fantastic. So I'd recommend checking out what NASA has to offer. I hope you've had fun today. I've certainly had fun with you making the constellation projects and can't wait to see your constellation in the comments below. Now remember, Trefoil TV is your daily dose of Girl Scouting every day on YouTube at 3:12 p.m. It's a way to connect with your Girl Scout sisters and have an adventure without leaving your own backyard. Hope to see you next time. Bye, Girl Scouts.